Welcome everyone to the industry show. Today I'm here with two awesome actors. Lavita and TC is here. How y'all doing?
Doing
Yeah,
great.
what's good? What's good,
Thanks
man?
for having us.
Good. Glad y'all here. So I like to start at the beginning sometime when I have my guests on here. I like to know, how did y'all start in getting into acting? So Lavita, I'm gonna start with you ladies first, of course.
Well, thank you.
How did you
Thanks for
start
having
getting
us.
into acting? You're welcome.
Well, all started many, many years ago when I was born. It's like I always loved watching, TV, movies, and everything as a kid. I loved, it's a list of things you want to do,
Mhm.
like want to be an actor, model, teacher, dancer, piano player, like a whole bunch. But acting was always at the forefront. So I remember taking like middle school like acting classes, like the MG mentally gifted classes. I would choose the communication so I can be on the radio and act and do things like this.
Mhm.
And then I did theater in high school, drama club, and everything. And then college, I majored in theater. It's so
Okay.
cool.
So what was your first time on film in the industry type thing?
I think it was 2014. I joined this 48-hour film festival.
Oh yeah.
thing. I,
We
I
both
was
been
just
a
an
part of
extra.
that, yeah,
I was an extra for that when it was years ago. I was an extra.
Mhm.
Then I believe Choices, when I saw myself in Choices with Delia, when it was called a High Hill Productions, Delia Wood. So that was the other time.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are earlier times.
Okay, great. TC, what about you? How did your acting career start?
Pretty much the same. I've been around it. My father is in the music business, so I grew up basically around entertainers all my life.
Mhm.
I guess when I was about 6, somewhere around there, um, I got the bug. I was able to repeat a lot of the stuff on TV that I used
Yeah.
to watch, and picked up songs quickly, of course, because just about everybody in my family can sing,
Mhm.
and so that was it. But it was funny because I kind of did it because I had to, so to speak.
Mhm.
I used to walk around the house singing all the time, and then my father would be like, "Come sing for everybody," and then I used to break down crying and go running and hide. So I was stage shy in the beginning, had stage fright in the beginning.
Right.
Then of course, in school, you do the school plays, and I was either the rock or the tree or something.
Right.
Then as I got older, I think the competitiveness in me started to pick up. I was like, I'm gonna be the best tree out this joint.
Right.
And so my tree was always different than everybody else's tree. I always did something.
You had more leaves
extra.
on your
You know how
branches,
you
right?
watch on the social media videos, you got the children singing, and it's the one child that's all really extra into it. So that was kind of like it. And then same thing, drama club in high school. Was in the Air Force Academy, was putting together
Okay.
productions. But then when I went active duty and came home, I just focused on music. So I was actually away from acting for 20 years
Okay.
before I got back into it. I guess about 2010, I got asked to do some things. And in 2011, I was like back on stage
Mhm.
in a play. And from there, it's just been almost like pretty much nonstop.
Mhm.
So my last 10 to 12 years is most people's double lifetimes as far
Yeah.
as productions and things like that
Right.
under the belt. But yes, ever since I was a child, man.
So
just
do
around
you remember what your first, like I asked Lavita, your first time on film? Do you remember it? And
Strangely enough, my first time on film, I don't remember
uh
because I was young. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm one of the children in the first Rocky.
what about as far as films
But
though?
it's-
Like when you were older?
Yeah, once I got older,
Yeah.
film didn't really kick in for me seriously until around the same time when I got back from my hiatus.
Got you.
And my
Okay.
first production was a production that I was co-starring with Rodney Perry.
Mhm.
And that production, we had a lot of local talent, a lot of local music artists and folks involved. But that was the first like serious production. I think I might have been back in the game for about a year.
Mhm.
So the first play was in 2011, and in 2012 I'm starring alongside Rodney Perry.
Okay. Wow. Awesome. Okay. Good. So for you, I know you wear many hats on set.
I
Like
do.
director, producing, martial arts. I've seen it all for you. What do you prefer doing when it becomes being on set? Like, what is your, like, I want to do this? Your
I
favorite?
don't know if I have a top favorite because, as you see, I love being in front of the camera.
Yes.
But I'm also over there asking your technical director questions because I love that part.
You want to learn it? Yeah, I know. I see you
I'm
do
on,
the
I
things
do
behind
that
there
also,
too.
and I
Yeah.
do love producing and I do love directing, but I, c- I don't think I can pick just one because
It's hard, isn't it?
I'm content being in front of the camera, depending on the project. I'm like, all right, I can sit this one out. I'm gonna just produce it. I'm just direct
Hmm.
it, or I'm be in front of the camera and
Right.
show out.
Cause yeah, I mean, yeah, we know you're very talented too.
Thank
Especially,
you.
I think you really are really good in comedies. Like I would love to see you in comedies.
And that's so fun. That's one of my least favorite genres.
Really? That's
Yes,
crazy.
I don't. I prefer
That's
action. Like,
wow.
I'm able
That's
to
crazy
go for
because I've seen you do some really
people
funny
just find
things.
me to be funny
As
and
the
laugh
as
at me.
yeah, well,
That's
I
what
mean,
happens. Just laugh at me,
it's
right?
all about acting. You're supposed to portray a character, right?
Yes.
So that's you
Thank
do a
you.
great job with it.
Thank you.
But writing, director, also I didn't say writing, but writing. You do some writing too, right?
Yes, I
Directing.
do.
What is it about directing that you love?
I guess I can take a script and see it one way.
Hmm.
It may not be as the writer. It could be, different writer than director as they wrote it, but
Hmm.
I may picture something different and just love seeing the vision that I have in my head as I'm reading it to bring it to life, to breathe
Hmm.
life into it.
Okay.
That
And because you wear so many hats, I'm going to ask you producing. What do you like about producing?
I like getting stuff done.
There,
I like,
right.
let's
There
go
you go.
schedule this. Who can do this? Who can be where? Let's go. What
That's
time?
how I
What time
am.
can you meet? Let's get it done. All right, this is our date. Are you ready to go? Let's go. Let's move it. Why are we not starting yet?
Hmm.
Like, I love that.
It seems like I'm just. This is my opinion that you
Uh-huh.
enjoy producing more than anything I just said. Because you see how excited she got.
I
you
know,
see how
I
she
did
lets you
get
like,
excited
"No,
on
no, no, let's get
producing.
it done. Boom, boom, boom. The energy flew out. And
I
that's how I
do.
am producing. I love
Yes.
producing too. I
Yes,
like
I do
making
love
it
being
happen.
a producer. As well.
Yeah.
I do love that. Yes.
Cool. I like it. So, TC, what do you prefer, theater or film? Because I work with you on both, and
Yeah, and I direct, write, produce, all those other
yeah,
things too. It's just that I've been doing almost as long
right.
as the acting. But as far as theater and movies and film, theater, stage plays, TV, um,
Is there a preference?
no, there
Okay.
really isn't.
Okay.
I will say this: theater makes you a better screen actor
Hmm.
because of the discipline that comes with no cut.
Right. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no cut.
Yep.
So,
Live.
folks are usually like, yo, TC, yeah, he a one hit quitter, he a one take wonder. No, it's the theater background.
Yeah.
Because if nothing else, when you're on stage, you drop a line, somebody, you better find it.
Hmm.
Or you
Find
ad
it.
lib and something and then
Improvise
come
it.
back to it. And
Yeah.
hopefully also chemistry helps based on who I'm on stage with.
Hmm.
That's important as well
Absolutely.
because even if I
Absolutely.
do have a flub somewhere and somebody else picks it up, they can find it and help you come get back on track and vice versa.
Very important.
I've had some superlative performers that I've shared the stage with that outside of our local community, and there was one superstar singer I was on stage with and had to give him an alley oop, and
Hmm.
we get off stage he's like, yo man, good looking
Thank
on
you.
that,
Right.
brother.
Right.
So and strangely enough, he was one of my favorite singers,
Wow.
in my teenage years coming
Hmm.
up. So I had the chance to share the stage with him
Hmm.
and to be able to throw a oop, and he banged that thing like LeBron when we put traction in him. But just the appreciation that was showed
Right.
afterward
Okay.
as well. Like I said, I was my first year back. I'm on the screen with Rodney Perry,
Hmm.
who this brother has been doing so many things with working with all the comedians in the game,
Hmm.
Tyler, working with Monique as
Yeah.
her co-host and things like that back in the day,
Hmm.
and I got to share that space with some pretty heavy hitters as well.
Hmm.
And there's not one that I prefer over the other. I just know one really takes more time than the other, which is theater. Theater takes a lot of time,
Right.
a lot of rehearsal time,
Yeah,
a
it
lot of
does. Yeah.
investment. Whereas you can give me a script for a film or a TV show,
Hmm.
but because we have to do it so many times, yes, we rehearse it and you kind of get it in your spirit and get it in your system.
Hmm.
But you have to do it so many times for angles and clarity
yeah,
and
right,
continuity
yeah.
that you'll get your dialogue. You just have to
Right.
make the character believable.
One of the things I've spoken about on this show, and I'm going to ask y'all too because y'all here, and I've seen y'all do tremendous work with lines. How do y'all process remembering lines? Like, do y'all have a technique? Or it's nerve wracking for me for even small scripts. But I've seen you kill it in the play. I'm like, how do y'all do that? What is the process? I need a
I
secret.
think it's probably different for everybody. Like
Yeah.
for me, I first need to go over my lines by myself.
Okay.
Like, and also I don't use a tablet or anything. I need a hard copy script. I need to print it out. I need to
Mhm.
highlight. I need to write on it. I need
Right.
to know like what day I'm doing, what outfits. Like I need to write on my script. So I need to memorize my lines
Mhm.
for myself before I even like meet up with my scene partner,
Right.
because I need to know it for myself. You might get on set like, oh, you want to run lines? Not yet. I'm not there yet. I need a moment by myself first, and then
Mhm.
I'm gonna come to you when I have it to get the back and forth. That's how I do it, but I know it's different for everybody.
I remember being on set with you when we did the therapist. How you kind of
Oh
put your
yeah.
music on and you zone out like.
Oh yeah. I listen to music
But
to do everything. That's
yeah,
how I
I know, and
concentrate.
I've never worked with someone like that, but I understand it. I was like, you are
I forgot
definitely
about that. Yeah, I
yeah.
still do that.
Yeah, I peeked around the corner and she's back there like this,
I'm
like,
dancing and going over
and but
lines.
she's like she's working though, like
Yeah.
I
it's
forgot about that part. Yes, that's part of my process too. I forgot.
yeah.
I do it naturally. I don't remember
I
that I did
remember
that.
that. I'll never forget that. I was like, look at her. So, do you have a technique for that?
Not any one,
Mm-hmm.
not any one technique. I will say the bigger the part, the more dialogue, the deeper the dive, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've been I've been called a couple of names who I was glad to be called because of that. I've heard some of Denzel's techniques and some of
Mm-hmm.
Forrest Whitaker's techniques and how they prepare themselves. Sometimes I want to be left completely alone so I can find the experience in the script.
Okay.
So I can find out what my character is actually doing, build a backstory for him, things that are not said.
Mm-hmm.
What are his quirks that might be involved? If it's something where I'm getting, blessed with a cameo or a walkthrough role,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty much, just, hey, what kind of person is he? Oh,
Right.
okay, got it.
Got it. Right.
Is it
right.
somebody that we know we're going to see repeatedly or have to be engaged with repeatedly? It depends, but I always learn the whole script.
Mm-hmm.
I got to know what other people are doing, especially if it's a scene where I'm doing non vocal performing.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm just in the space
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
while other things are going on,
Mm-hmm.
can't just be sitting there watching other people do their lines.
Right.
And then it's my line, and then go to you
Yeah.
have to
It has
do
to be
some
natural.
nonverbal
Right.
acting,
Yeah.
so
I got
making
you.
it natural,
Mm-hmm.
and it depends on the part. But my thing is I got to read through it a couple times,
Mm-hmm.
looking for things that to me typos are crazy because I do understand, everybody's not perfect,
Right.
but I always say have somebody proof your stuff 2 or 3 times or two or
Right.
three people to proof it, see what they get from the story,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of go from there.
Right.
But yeah, usually the bigger the role, the bigger the dive. And once I know the sense of the different scenes,
Mm-hmm.
it has to make
Makes
sense.
sense. Right.
And finding that how you tie it into each character, including my own.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we get together and start doing either scene partnership reads, or if it's something I can do alone or have somebody else or record the other lines and do that
Right.
kind of stuff. All those other techniques that a lot of people use, but usually for me the best retention for me is once I'm with the people,
Right.
because now I can get their energy, my energy. Let's discuss those exchanges and let's build on it from there. Make the characters believable. Because I tell everybody, you can know every line in the script, every
Mm-hmm.
word in the script, but if you're not delivering it believably, you just reciting
Right. You
lines.
just
You're not
reciting lines.
performing.
Right.
May I comment on that?
Sure. Absolutely.
So I like to. I was just going back to your directing question
Mm-hmm.
because I have directed TC in the
Mhm.
past, but when I direct, also, I'm not verbatim to the script. I'm more so about what she said, believable authenticity.
Yeah,
So
authenticity.
I also trust my actors to be the characters in the moment. I'm like,
Okay.
how would you do this as your character? So I
Right.
can trust them, even if it's not exactly if I wrote to somebody else verbatim,
Right.
as long as it comes across authentic, the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
meaning.
Mhm.
That's how I direct also.
Okay, great, great. So your answer kind of is leading to my next question is what has been some of y'all most challenging roles that y'all have done? And think about y'all little resume. So
Mhm.
what's been some of y'all challenging roles? And you talk about character building and trying to find what so
I have one off the top. So I lately, past recent years, worked a lot with Luke Allen Productions,
mhm,
and he wrote this role for Gabrielle. I found her to be very difficult, and I did the role twice. It was two different, like a sequel
mhm,
films. That one was, I will say, my most challenging because it had to go through a lot of deep emotions and depression, and I just remember being on set having to get there and being depressed. And then once I was done for the day, I felt like, I can be myself. I can smile. I can laugh. Because I
Right.
remember I had to have that weight on me throughout the whole day shooting.
Mhm.
It was just continuous for a couple of months. Not every day, but just when I would
Right.
go on set.
Right.
So
Mhm.
that was definitely difficult. 'Cause naturally, I'm like, smiling. I was had to go inside and deep, dark place. And
Mhm.
yeah, and I just felt that relief. So that was one of my difficult ones.
Okay. Cool.
For me, any role that I have to where I have to hurt a child or a person as the character.
Mhm.
Um, Usually the younger the hurt, the younger the person being hurt, the more bothersome it is for me because outside of this, I work with children, I work
Right.
with youth,
Right.
so I'm very careful.
So emotionally attached to it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm definitely emotionally attached,
Mhm.
and people say, "Oh my God, you do that so well." And I honestly think of all the people that I would strangle if they actually did
Did
something
something
like
like
this.
this. Right.
Because
Yeah.
a daughter of mine, a family member,
It probably
I'm
makes the
glad I was
product
able
come
to.
out a little much better that way.
It
Yeah.
does
Yeah.
because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
We go into a deep dive. Certain characters, like a lot of folks, oh, TC is so nice, big story, you always smiling, having fun. And I am, but
Mhm.
I know this is our business and this is our craft and this is our product,
Mhm.
and nobody wants to bring and put their product in somebody's hands. It's not used properly. Nor does anybody want a bad product in their product.
Mhm.
So um, have to give the people what they're looking for, but sometimes it takes you to a place where you need a minute.
Mhm.
You know, I could just recall we're actually getting ready to do a play. Well, we're turning a play, adapting a play into a film.
Okay.
Um, shout out to the cast and crew of leaving still here,
Mhm.
and we're getting ready to do this project, and that has some heavy overtones to it.
Okay.
And there's a particular scene where I go so far into an emotional hole
Mhm.
that when we rehearse that, yeah, give me a minute once we get done. Once we get through those scenes, give me a
I mean,
minute.
after, yeah,
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 give me a
yeah,
you
minute.
need that.
Because a lot
yeah,
of times, sometimes, some people can draw from a very real place.
right,
So a lot of the characters that I've been playing, I tell folks all the time, I'm just performing. It's not even acting because I've been through this.
hmm
So just reliving those things and bringing those things back to the surface when you've suppressed so much over the course of time. But I love.
Sometimes you can tell, according to what you're seeing on TV, that somebody actually really been through that particular, because you can tell the way they handle that character or that scene.
Mhm.
And I think, like I just said, sometimes that's when you see people at their best. Sometimes
Yeah.
because they're really attached to that character, and it really shows on film when the final product is out. Like, wow, they nailed it. It's because they've been through it. So that's great. That's great. What do y'all enjoy the most about being actors?
Just
y'all
go
look
ahead.
at
Just go ahead.
y'all look at each other.
Just go ahead. Go first. Go ahead.
Honestly, I get to work. I get to work with Veta, man.
Okay. Oh, is that what it is?
We
Well, she hasn't been in all your projects.
We've
can't
been in
tell,
there
though.
Yeah, right.
but you can't tell though
Right.
because there were
She's a joy
projects
to
that
work
she
with.
may have been actually invited to and asked to be on, but because of life and because of certain schedules and things happening, we did not get an opportunity to work together on some things. Again, one of my first
I know.
one of my first projects directing back was this a wonderful play by a good friend of mine,
Mm.
and because Levita and I met after she did Choices, which you heard her speak about,
Mhm.
I was in season 2 of Choices,
Okay.
and we met. We were out at another audition for Josh Coates. Shout out to Josh
Mm-hmm.
Coates.
hmm
He filmed me out too.
And I'm coming in and I'm seeing different people. And I look, hey y'all, how you doing? She's with her sister Denise.
I feel
And
like a
it's
celebrity. Let me tell you. I was like, you know who I am?
Right.
Because I didn't know him. I'm like, who is this man?
I said, I said, I'm directing a play. It's really a really dope script. I really would like for y'all to come be a part of it. Thus and so, boom, boom, boom. Fast forward, we had to hold up production on the producing side, on the executive side, and then when we came back to it, Levita was not available because she
Oh,
was
wow.
doing some things of her own. So we didn't get to work together then. But ever since then, it's just been opportunities like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I work with some amazing folks.
Of course, yeah.
We've worked with some dope folks in this city, including yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that's what I love. I'll be honest with you. That's what I love is right now I get to put on for my city. People say, well, you could
Yeah.
be here and you could be there.
Yeah.
Yes, I could be.
Hmm.
But why do I have to leave to be successful when we have all this talent here?
Hmm.
And I get it. Sometimes you want to. There's only one NBA. There's only one NFL, and it is what it is when you land there. I said, but talent for acting is everywhere.
Hmm.
We've had so many films and TV shows based and done in Philly. Why don't we have our own soundstage? Why
Right.
don't we have
Right.
our own
Right.
studios here, right
Absolutely.
here in the
Yeah.
city? You
Yes.
see what I'm saying?
We need it.
And I do believe working with the people that we've worked with here in the city,
It can happen.
that at some point
Hmm.
it's going to pop.
Yeah.
And plus, we never know which project that we're on that somebody else is going to get their hands on and say, hey, let's go to Philly and do this.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just working with all these lovely people. But Veta is definitely top two in my
Okay.
my whole situation with this.
So
Here.
what do you think? You can't give him the same answer there.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and circle around.
Okay.
Okay, so I think the original question was theater or film.
No,
what
it
I
was
love best
what do you enjoy
acting.
about being an actor?
Okay, right, being an actor.
What do you enjoy the most about acting?
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
I really love after it's done. Unlike theater, as much as I love being on stage,
Hmm.
after it's done, I can watch myself over and over again. Like I'm filming,
Yes.
recording it. I can go back, like, how could I did that differently? Okay, I should did this, or I liked what I did. Or do I believe myself?
And it's funny,
But-
some people don't like to see themselves on film at
No.
all, or
I'm-
hear their voices
Yeah, I
or
was going to say
anything.
that I'm used to hearing my voice now.
Right.
I'm do so much of it now. I listen to my voice, so I'm
Mhm.
used to how it sounds. So
Mhm.
that's a good. Before I remember it was like, oh, but
Right.
after hearing it, I'm like,
I
okay,
don't
that's-
like seeing myself when we
You don't?
doing look backs on production. Some say, oh, that was a good take. Want to see it? No. They be like, why not? Cause man,
You don't like to see it.
I
Do you watch your movies
feel like
over?
I feel like I'm gonna get a big head and like I'm there and then I ain't gonna want
Oh,
to
then
do
we're
it.
gonna-
So I have kids to keep me
Crazy.
humble.
So do you rewatch your work?
Do I rewatch my work?
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Mhm.
I don't. I'm gonna say this. I don't go break myself to make sure that watch what I'm doing
Right.
on a regular.
Mhm.
What I will do though is I'll pull it up and show other people and let them see it while I'm there. Sometimes, most times, that's how I share the stuff that I'm in. Either I'm at work and I'll show folks what's going on, or I'm out at another event or
Right.
something. I put people, oh man, you got some more? Let's see some more. All right, cool. And then I'll send them the different links for things like that. But as much as no, I don't really watch myself as much as I want other people to watch me.
Right,
My
I got
view
you.
only counts for me.
Right,
I
right.
need another million. I need another million people to watch
Right,
this
right.
joker, you know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
you realize your level when people walk down the street and people recognize you. They may
That's
not
the
know
one. That's
where
the-
you're
that's
where they know
one.
you from, or they might relate me to TC. Aren't you doing? Are your daddy
so
my
that's
big
happened
daddy?
to both of y'all, right?
Yes.
Being recognized?
Yes,
What does
that's-
that feel like?
yes.
That's
It's-
awesome, isn't it?
It's great, but sometimes I feel bad if I haven't seen someone in a while, or I can't recall where. I'm like, oh my goodness, they know my name. What is
Yeah.
their name? If I know it's TC or someone else is there, I know, like, what's their name again? Like, I gotta, because sometimes you see so many people, but they remember who you are,
Right.
and so that's a great feeling. Then I'm like, well, where did you see me at?
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of times it's Big Daddy
Mm-hmm.
or your daddy, my
Yes.
Big Daddy, and even at church, I didn't know people watching. They were telling me that as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we were just talking about that. That's crazy.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask y'all about that. That you just brought that up. How did that series come about? Because it's really good. It's really good. Oh, look, just like he's in the series, right? Because that's like.
Yeah, so I did the 5 Shorts project,
Mhm.
and then I did No Games, and I appreciated everybody who worked in there. So I started writing little shorts to show my appreciation, give people more roles, whatever.
Right.
And TC, he helped as I think script supervisor and prop master and whatever else on No Games. So I was like, let's do something, and I wanted to revolve around the slap. So I wrote the film around the slap, but I had to find a reason for the girl to slap me, and it turns out that I was the girl's best friend, and this was her father, Big Daddy. So it's not your daddy, he's mine.
With my daddy, right?
So that's how that came about, and then we let it simmer for a couple of years, and I would go to get my hair done, and then my stylist would be like, yeah, whatever happened to your daddy, my big daddy? I was like, what you mean? Like, we did it. So they started requesting. So then I hit up TC. Well, I literally hit him up one day and just pulled up on him. Started doing skits. And he was at work. And I said, you available? And then let's do a quick skit. And
Right.
so
Yeah.
No
he's-
script,
he's-
this guy, right?
well,
Just
he's great
off
with my
the dome.
shenanigans. He's always down for it. Crazy as they
It's really
are.
good. It's good. It's
I'm
funny.
like, come on,
And
TC.
it's spontaneous.
Mhm.
There's very few of the scripts of the skits rather that are actually scripted.
Mhm.
We literally come up with a scenario, a situation, an idea, and then say, oh, let's go. Let's try it like this. Let's do this.
Yep.
So you got the pull up, then we got
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, side baby mama Mother's Day, and and then we just started picking up lovers and friends, and it's just so many things, and then we started looking at also seeing different trends on social media. We say, okay, we'll do one of those. So we'll literally, again, we were at an audition together for something. Did the audition, left out. It's like, oh man, let's put a skit together.
Oh yeah, I do
We
remember.
We
Yes.
just sit down in the park.
Oh, in the car.
Yes.
Y'all was in the
Couple-
car,
that's
right?
That's a different. That was a
That's a
different
different-
day.
That was one,
That was
yeah.
different.
I remember that one
That
too.
was
Yeah.
Yeah,
social media
official.
social
right.
media
Yeah,
official.
official,
Yeah.
yes.
See, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Thank
I'm
you,
a fan.
yes.
I'm gonna tell you, I was not acting. When she like social media, social media.
Right.
official.
Yeah.
So
That's what makes it so much funny. And I really love your character. You're also you're
so
great
do
too.
I.
She
But
does-
it's
listen.
like I understand, and when you're in relationships like that, when the girl always wants you to do something, you're like, oh,
And again,
what now?
we're showing that May December aspect of our relationship.
Right.
So we're playing that older and younger couple, and
Got you. Okay.
and because of the love we do have for each other as partners, as actors, and just period. Because there's a lot of reverence that before we even started working together that Levita has for me from the martial arts aspect.
Right.
Because she's a little further, well, way further advanced than I got.
Okay.
And it was like that was our initial levels of respect there. But
Okay.
yeah, but once we put these things together, it just got to a point where we just started picking up steam, and then the foot injury. G had to get the foot injury and wait for recovery. So we boxed a few together quickly, and that's how you got Game Day.
that was my favorite. I think Game Day is my favorite.
Yeah.
I think the NFL one. That
Yes.
was we worked really hard, and
That was a
Dawn
good one.
Adams helped us.
Yes,
shoot
thank
So
you.
shot.
I wanna ask you real quick before we run out of time here. I know a while ago you were doing a movie called, was it Red Light, or am I saying
Yes.
Red Light? Is there any idea when that's coming out? Has it been
Oh
completed?
my
'Cause
goodness, it is.
there was a lot of talk about that. I really
Yes.
enjoyed what you did share with us
Thank
on
you.
social media.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. So it's been so many, I guess, say different issues, I'll call them, during post production.
Business issues.
Yeah, I get it. I get
Post
it.
production.
Post-production
It's still
business
going to get done. I was listening this past week at audio and footage and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
I was remembering like we originally shot it 4 years ago, and I was like, wow,
Wow,
like
it's been that
listening-
long. Wow.
Yeah, it's 2021. It's been a
Yeah.
long time, so it is still going to come. It's still in post production, but that is definitely still my baby.
Okay.
I do want to show.
Because Karen was just on here
Yes,
and
Miss
she
Karen
talked about that
Waller-Martin,
role.
yes,
yeah,
I made
she
her
enjoyed
bad,
it.
a bad boss
Yeah.
girl. Awesome. And TC, he's a bad guy too.
Oh, you were in
And
it?
it's-
You were in it?
and-
Okay.
and
Okay.
in the trailer, she slaps him. I love that part. I had to convince her. Just slap him. He can
Yeah.
take it. He
Slap
can
him
take
for
it.
real.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
didn't want to slap
She was just
TC.
bitching. I'm like, slap. I got, but because again, I also do fight choreography, so it's
Right.
like I got you.
Yes.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna be okay.
But I'm more
got
for the
you.
realistic stuff. I want the
Yeah,
slap
that's
for
why
real.
I say let it slap. I said hit me. She's like, I don't want to.
She said,
Let you. Yeah.
we had to go.
We run into that a
I
bit.
wanna hear it.
We run into that quite a bit, but it's only because also it's different techniques that a lot of people don't learn that they don't learn, and then they're finding it in the space, and their level of comfort is just not always there yet.
Right.
But we get it there.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
just write roles for them to make them do those things. Like that's how I got a big deal.
Yeah, that's the,
I got you. All right, so real quickly as we about to wrap up here, I got like a minute left, minute and a half. If y'all could see yourself on any TV show, currently or back in the past, that maybe it's still not in production, what would it be? What would be the show?
Oh my goodness.
It's a tough question.
It is. Personally, I'm enjoying the films that I'm writing for myself. I'm going to say that.
You don't. Okay,
I mean,
no
because
answer.
the reason I started writing was because I wanted to tell the stories that I wanted to see that weren't shown and be a part and do the roles that I wanted to play. So I'm creating those roles. How about that? Now, I can't
Okay.
think you did give us a hard question at the very end.
No, that's
So
fine, that's
but
fine.
I really am.
No, I've always watched TV and I always say, how would it be to be on that show, or where could I fit in
I
as
would
a
be
character?
on that. I would be. I know I would be on. I would be on Fast and the Furious. That's my favorite franchise.
there you go, there
Something
you
where
go.
I can fight. I just want to fight. Something I
CC,
can
real quick
fight.
for you.
I don't know.
Anything?
I don't know why. Kind of like Martin comes to
Yeah,
mind.
a comedy.
Martin only because I love the introduction of Bruh Man.
I can see you. I can
And
see
when
you.
Gary
in that.
Coleman came on and was his character. And he's supposed to be big gangster. But yeah, but anything that we're at this point now, I love watching other people. But anything that we're doing that I can turn on and see us in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Well, I thank y'all so much for being my guest today.
Thank you.
30 minutes is up that quick. But for now, please go watch these two on film when
Yes.
something's coming out. Social medias.
Yes.
Y'all are tremendous. Thank y'all for being my guest today. Go support these independent filmmakers out here, y'all. Thank
you,
y'all
good
for
brother.
watching.